You know, the Nintendo lineup as it stands right now for the next couple years is really insane. We have Metroid Dread that's coming soon, 2 new Pokemon games with Pokemon Legends and the Pokemon remakes, Splatoon 2, Project Triangle, hopefully Bayonetta 3, and much more. And this doesn't even count the unknown Nintendo Switch games that Nintendo is hiding from us. I don't think my wallet is ready, guys. So Nintendo has officially announced a Nintendo Direct. It's just as the Nintendo leaker Samus Hunter said, a Nintendo Direct is happening in September. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, it sends signals to YouTube and helps push the video to more viewers. And if you want to follow me on Twitter and help me reach my goal of 800 followers, you can follow me at RoboRob93. Without further delay, let's get to the video. This is what Nintendo's tweet had to say. Tune in 9/3 at 3 p.m. Pacific time for a Nintendo Direct livestream featuring roughly 40 minutes of information focusing mainly on Nintendo Switch games launching in winter. And this is why I cover Nintendo leaks and rumors, because sometimes they can be wrong, yes, but sometimes they can be right as well. Though in this case, a September Nintendo Direct does follow Nintendo's pattern. Now, this is very important, guys. It says 40 minutes of games mainly launching in winter. This means that if you're expecting Breath of the Wild 2 updates, or even Bayonetta 3 updates, you will be very disappointed. As for the Zelda games, I'll talk about that later in this video as well. Now, going on from here, guys, we will be talking about what we can expect at that Nintendo Direct. But keep in mind that a lot of that was already said in the Nintendo Direct prediction video, so I figured I'd use the audio and editing from that in this video instead. It really makes no sense in spending 5+ hours on all of that just to say the same thing that was already said and already done. Now, if you are part of the people who already watched that video, which it should be about 1,800 of my subs, I do have a video that you can click in the top right corner of this video, which is the Super Smash Bros. DLC from the comment section, which should be revealed at the Direct tomorrow, so it's pretty good timing. And if not, let's get to the part where we talk about what we can expect at this Nintendo Direct. So for those who have been living under a rock recently, right now it's rumored that a Nintendo Direct is happening this month by plenty of Nintendo leakers. Video on that in the description, by the way. But that's not the only reason why there's a good chance that a Nintendo Direct is happening this month. There are other things that point to such an event happening, and it could be announced very soon. Usually in September, Nintendo does a Nintendo Direct. They have a pattern where in the first half of September, usually a Nintendo Direct is placed, for the past 5 years in fact. And if you look further back than that, you can find more September Nintendo Directs. But the question that's on my mind, and probably other Nintendo fans' minds, is what games could be shown? What games are going to have new trailers? And heck, are the Zelda games going to show up at this Nintendo Direct? Because I know there are some of you that are still holding on to a small glimmer of hope that it will show there. And I will be addressing that as well. First off, I think we will get a Splatoon 3 trailer. Splatoon 3 was announced back in February of 2021, which if I recall it was at a Nintendo Direct. Since then, we haven't gotten any news on it or even a new trailer. It's been 6 months since then, so I think we will get a gameplay trailer going a little bit into more detail on what we can expect from this game. The game looks pretty far along from the first trailer that we've seen, so I think showing a little bit more is a possibility. Next up, we have Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread is coming up next month. We are a month away from this game, and Nintendo has recognized it. Nintendo is currently promoting the game in Japan already, so it's clear that the marketing for this game is happening. And since the marketing for this game is starting, what better way to market it even more than a brand new trailer? Even though we do have a ton of trailers for Metroid Dread so far, what better way to have a sort of last hurrah than a trailer that shows some new mechanics and stuff that we haven't seen yet? This will continue the hype and exposure for the game and bring it to new levels so that it can do well when it's released. Next up, I predict that Bayonetta 3 will not be at this Nintendo Direct. If you guys haven't heard, Nintendo is the one holding back gameplay for Bayonetta 3, not Platinum Games. With Metroid Dread releasing, I doubt Nintendo is going to reveal any gameplay from this game so they can keep having that excitement for this game specifically and not Bayonetta 3. Though I do think after the next Nintendo Direct, I think we are going to see Bayonetta 3. I think that's when Nintendo's going to show gameplay on this game. So for those hoping for Bayonetta 3 gameplay, you may have to wait a little bit longer in my opinion. I could be wrong though. Nintendo is keeping this gameplay back for a reason, and I think the reason is because the game is bigger and more ambitious than the last two and is going to sell very well. So releasing gameplay at the right time to continue that Nintendo momentum is something that they will want to do. Again, video on the whole Bayonetta 3 in the description below. And next up, let's talk about those who are still holding on to hope for the Zelda games appearing at this Nintendo Direct, like The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD or The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. In my opinion, I don't think it's going to show up. I think those games are still very, very far off unless Breath of the Wild 2 is delayed. For those who are a little confused on me talking about Breath of the Wild 2 when it comes to these games, I do have a video explaining that. It also goes into why I think Nintendo treated the Zelda 35th anniversary the way they did. Just click the top right corner of that video and you will be brought to that video. But as far as anything with the Zelda 35th anniversary or any Zelda game showing up at that Nintendo Direct, I don't think it's going to show up at a September Nintendo Direct. Even Breath of the Wild, I think they're going to wait till E3 2021 to fully show off Breath of the Wild 2. But I do have to say, if Breath of the Wild 2 is anything like Breath of the Wild 1 but better, it's going to be a very fantastic game and might even win Game of the Year. And moving on to my next prediction, I think Monolith will announce their next game at this Nintendo Direct, and it's going to be a new Xenoblade game. According to rumors, a new Xenoblade game is in development, and even the voice actress from the first Xenoblades has said that it is happening. She even went to go far as to say that she's not sure if she's even supposed to say that. So it's pretty clear that they want to keep this game on the down low and not have anyone find out, but as we've seen from many Nintendo games, that doesn't really happen. I mean, prime examples are the 2D Metroid game, which ended up being Metroid Dread, and the Super Mario 35th anniversary. I mean, heck, even Skyward Sword HD was listed on Amazon way before it was even revealed. But not only that, but there are also rumors that older characters are going to return in this new Xenoblade, specifically the ones that live longer than usual humans. So it would make a lot of sense that an older character is coming back and the voice actress is also coming back as well. Which, quick note, this character was played by Clara from Doctor Who. I don't know if there's any Doctor Who fans in the comment section. Tell me if you are. Next up, I think we will get a new trailer for the Nintendo Switch OLED along with a price cut for the new models. Right now in the UK, I believe. Let me check that real quick. Yeah, right here it says Nintendo Switch base model price officially reduced across Europe, so it is going to get a reduction. Now keep in mind that this is just in Europe right now, but just like the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con price cut, I think we're going to see a price cut in the US as well. This will definitely boost the sales for the Nintendo Switch this holiday season, seeing as it's a cheaper option as well, which will probably increase the Nintendo Switch sales to a new level, which is kind of crazy because it's already selling extremely well. Like by the end of the Nintendo Switch cycle, I think it's going to hit some kind of insane number that we haven't seen in a very long time. I think it could hit Wii U levels. I mean, not Wii U levels. We don't want that. It's already way past that. I meant Wii levels. Now, keep in mind that parts that are used in the Nintendo Switch are seeing a shortage as other devices like the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. So systems are going to be hard to find. So if you do have the money and are on the fence, definitely secure it because it could be harder to find later on. I probably should have listened to this advice when it comes to the 3DS because those things are so hard to find right now. They're either too overpriced or they're just nowhere to be found or they're in bad condition. Now, moving on to the Pokemon side of things, I think there is a slight possibility that we could see Pokemon represented in this Nintendo Direct, but the question is, will it be the same trailer that we saw at the Pokemon Anniversary Direct, or will it be new footage? Actually, it wasn't the Anniversary Direct, it was just a regular Pokemon Direct. But anyways, in my opinion, if Pokemon Legends and the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes are there, I think it's going to be a rerun of what we already have. I honestly don't see us getting new footage for these games that quick right after we just got 2 new trailers for these games. But honestly, I hope I'm wrong because more gameplay from these games would be nice, especially Legends. I'm really curious on that game. And last but not least, I think we will see the next Smash Bros. Ultimate character announced. It's been a while since the last DLC fighter revealed, and following Nintendo's pattern, I think it's almost time for the next one to show up. But the question is, who is going to be the last Smash Bros. Character? If I had to choose anyone, if I could have anyone enter this game, I would have Sora from Kingdom Hearts. I think that would be really cool personally. You could have a ton of other characters appear as well, like Riku, Axel, Kairi, or even Donald Duck or Goofy. That would be hilarious. Could you imagine Donald Duck and Goofy from this game, or just have them as characters that appear when you're using moves as Sora? I think that would be pretty cool. But realistically, I think it's going to be a third-party character that no one's expecting and is going to disrupt the entire fanbase like always. And of course, if you guys have your own guesses on what the next DLC fighter will be, make sure you put them down in the comment section below. Even if it's very out there and probably won't happen, still put them down in the comment section below. I'm going to be doing a Smash Bros. DLC from the comment section very soon. What this kind of video is basically taking your comments and reacting to them on what kind of characters you want in Smash Bros. And funny enough, some of them actually have been right. Like Pyro was guessed in one of the videos and it actually ended up happening. So make sure you leave them down in the comment section below, no matter how crazy or how out there they are. And of course, if you want to watch one of those videos, you can click the top right corner of this video. Now keep in mind that these are just predictions, but now that I gave you my predictions for the next Nintendo Direct, make sure you tell me yours in the comment section below. Thanks for watching guys, and remember, stay safe, stay charged, and have a good one.